He's been showing a lot of his ZVZ recently in the Kesper Cup. You know, he fell to who did he fall to? Dark. That's it. 3-0 in some very cheesy games from Dark. Very well executed games. He knew exactly what he had to do against Life, and he predicted very well what Life was going to be doing as well. He also then played in the Star League group against Bial and Su, losing to Bial and barely defeating Su. So he's had a lot of exposure in the matchup. Everyone's get to see what he's capable of.
And Rogue like set up a bunch of odds on his computer and just watched them all.
No doubt about that. One of the most prepared players in Pro League, especially for the Zerg race. Also 3-1 in ZVZ, 9-2 overall. That's very impressive.
Yep. Shout out to you One Piece fans. I'm sure you know the song.
Yep.
I don't know the song. I gotta start watching One Piece. I hear it's great.
Oh, it's fantastic if you want to watch 600 eps of an anime.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No,
just watch it all in one sitting. It's good.
The way they do their characters in that anime is fantastic. Really interesting sort of characters. I like the character named Smoker. He's this
Smoker.
He's this big captain, like for like pretty much like the good guys, I guess, the police sort of guys, not the pirates.
Okay.
He's called Smoker, and he can turn to smoke. Cool.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and he's always got like 3 cigars in his mouth.
Is that why you like him?
Yeah, I'm like, you're a badass.
Well, guys, we're about to jump into this game. Going back to StarCraft on Expedition Lost. Makes sense. 2 Zergs on the map. Very strong Zerg map. Life versus Rogue. Rogue looking to up his Zerg ranking. There's so many strong Zergs, actually. But we'll get more into that as we jump into the game. Let's do it right now. Life versus Rogue, game number 3. Down here in the bottom left, in the red, our Zerg player from KT Rolster. He is Life.
And up here in the top right for Generic Green Wings, it is Rogue. What do you think of those shirts, Valdez? It's like a fake tie sort of ribbon.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's a ribbon. It just looks like it's painted on the shirt.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's not my favorite shirt.
No, definitely not. No. I think the SKT guys do it right.
I do like it better than the KT rain jackets.
Yeah.
The raincoats. I'm not a big fan of those.
Uh-oh. She's going for KT, hoping it's going to be a 3A.
Yeah. She's begging Life to win this one.
On her knees begging.
Yes.
Please, Life. Please take it home.
Oh. We got a 10 pool.
Oh, it's going to be from Life there.
Yeah.
So he won't be the receiver this time. We did see him lose a lot recently to the 10 pool.
Life's so sick of being cheesed out. He's like, I'm just going to cheese in every ZVZ now. Oh, there you have it. See if he adds gas.
Oh, he is. Well, let's see. What is Rogue going to do? Are you going to go for that 15 pool, that early pool, or are you going to go for the 15 hatchery and risk it all and possibly get cheesed out? It all comes down to this moment.
Could just be able to lost. It looks like it's rallied to make a pool.
Let's see, Valdez. Oh, yes, it is going to be a pool. Okay. All right. All right. He might just be safe, Valdez. You know, he's not out of the woods yet.
Let's see how he reacts to this, though. Keeping that gas, of course, I think we'll see Banelings.
Most likely, I'd have to say. It would probably be Banelings in this kind of situation. I'd be surprised, and if of anything else, the only other real option is
pretty crazy.
Zergling speed, but that takes a little too long, and it is a 2-player map. After all, you can only really do those on 4 players.
There's that Baneling nest.
Yep, here we go. Life going to be a little bit sad when he sees this hatchery at the front. Maybe he can get the money shots with the Banelings and really do some economic damage to keep him ahead in this game.
It looks like he's going to commit to a ton of lings here, of course, with that Baneling nest. He wants to end this one as quick as possible, get a quick win, go home.
There's no going back, Valdez. Once you've done this build, once you've committed to this, you have to go all the way. You're all in. If it fails, you lose the game. If you do enough damage, you're in the game.
Now, sometimes you see players that do this kind of build make their Banelings in a very aggressive spot. I want Life to be a bit passive and just play straight up. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, let's see where he puts these Banelings. Yeah, okay, they're going to be near the rock tower.
I like it. Because, you know, the Overlord has not gotten into the main base and gotten the scout on. You know, if there's gas or if there's a Baneling nest even, So let's see what he does here.
That is true.
Sees it now. And those banelings are on the map.
All right, he's going to split very nicely and try and trade with the Lings. Life is just going to go straight for the main base. There is a queen out and a spine crawler almost finished.
Oh, that could have been a huge hit on like 7 Lings, but here we go.
There's not enough Lings left over. This queen should be able to help out a lot if he gets between the pool and the hatchery.
Spine is trying to get through. One gets caught here. Ooh. Actually going to explode on nothing.
Life not finding any damage. All the Lings are in red at this point as well.
See this baneling. Oh, pretty nice. They're actually getting 5 of them. And he's committing to this hardcore. Just only Lings coming out of life. But now with that spine crawler done and a queen, it's going to be pretty hard, as you said, to make this happen.
The moment that second queen comes out from the main base, which it just did, if it blocks the ramp, there is nothing Life can do.
Life actually took his hand off the keyboard there for a second.
It's
scratched his nose.
A build order loss is basically what we call this. There's no real way to do damage.
No. I guess his only chance might be to go for the ice and hope that Rogue doesn't see it. I mean, he doesn't have an overlord in position.
Yeah, but the problem with the ice is the surface area is just so small that only 3 Lings are going to hit it. So it's going to actually
forever.
It's going to be like 10 minutes before we see that thing go down. And by then, you know, Rogue will be completely prepared for anything.
Yeah. Rogue even confident enough to go for a couple extra drones. Try to get some working.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, if Live catches all the Lings that are on the map with his speedlings, when speed is finished, there's another window of opportunity. So you can try and like DPS down that spine crawler with some banelings, maybe try and kill the hatchery in the natural.
Rogue has to be so careful right now, as you're saying, with these Lings out on the map. I mean, even with these 2 queens, one of them is pretty low, and if you get enough Lings, you just try to shove it through.
Yeah, but
it is possible, but this is going to be a really nice counterattack.
This counterattack is going to do so much damage. Life is completely unprepared for it.
Oh, man. Going actually for a pool, and let's see, third queen comes out, trying to surround the spine crawler even. But Transfuse is going down, and immediately GG. Life is really not happy with that loss.
No, very unlucky there. Unfortunate build order loss, but I'm kind of happy because we get to see Stats versus Mario as our 4th game and possible game before the Ace match.
This is the big map. I definitely wanted to see this one. Also not a mirror matchup. We're going to have a PVT coming in here. Also breathing a bit of life into Jin Air's hopes of winning this series.
It's definitely the one goal they had to reach was get to Maru, because Maru, you know, he is the best player on their team. He's the ace player. And he is so good in this matchup, TVP.
Well, what is the map? Do you have that up here?
The map is going to be Cactus Valley, actually.
Okay, we got a bit of a 4-player map.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I like the choice that they're putting Maru on this map to deal with Protoss, because obviously Zerg don't really want to go on here. And you could have a PvP on here, but we've already had that PvP on Vani. It's going to be an interesting one. We don't get to see much of this map. We did get to see it for the first time in Kesper Cup, but we didn't really get to see TVPs in it, I think. Like, it's mostly like ZVPs, if anything.
Man, Life was pissed after that game. You saw him type, actually, GG in Korean, and then he tried to switch it to English, and then he typed 1G. I know that's the Moonglade strat. When you get angry on ladder, you just type 1G.
You've seen my stream, Valdez. You know it too well. No, it's just a throwaway game, essentially. You went for that build order win. You didn't get it. He got the build order advantage. There's nothing much you can do. You shouldn't be too angry from it. I mean, it's kind of like the risk.
It's just frustrating.
The risk you take, you know. It's either you do or you don't. You got to accept it, or you. I don't know. There's no point being angry.
Definitely would agree with you there. I'm just excited to get into this